Challah French Toast is the perfect breakfast bread. It's crispy on the outside and soft and flavorful on the inside. We're going to make it 3 different ways, and we have a special guest to show us how. That all comes next. Welcome to Bread With Me. And to begin our expedition of Mount Challah French Toast, we need a Sherpa. We need a grain guru. We need a challah helper. We need a Jew. Rabbi Bialik is a very Jewish man. In fact, one of the most Jewish men I know. He served as the congregational rabbi of Congregation Agudath Achim in Bradley Beach, New Jersey for over 41 years. He has since moved to the Promised Land, where he continues to be a chosen person. Not only is Rabbi Bialik a French toast provost, he is also my grain-loving grandfather. Rabbi Bialik has been making challah French toast since the age of the dinosaurs. And to get started with our own challah French toast, we'll use his age-old recipe. So tell me, Saba, what's the most important thing to making a perfect challah French toast?
The most important thing is to have good challah.
How do you know that you have good challah?
By the look and taste.
In my last video, we made homemade challah using simple ingredients. Make sure you watch that video if you choose to use your own challah. Link in the description. I'm using my own challah, but you can use store-bought challah too.
Take all the leftover challah. I would slice it, soak it in eggs. Some people would add milk, but I just use eggs alone. And then in a pan with oil, I generally prefer olive oil, and make French toast. I would sprinkle it with cinnamon. Now what comes next is up to the individual. Some people prefer to put honey on, maple syrup, sugar, whatever one prefers.
Whatever challah you use, Rabbi Bialik says, look to make sure that your bread has a decent rise and visible air bubbles. Why is this important? In French toast, the bread is but a vessel for your custard. If your custard is not held in place by the bread, the flavor and texture is lost. This is the same reason why Rabbi Bialik uses 3-day-old leftover challah. This technique ensures that the bread's original moisture is all but withered away, to be replaced by your new, rejuvenating French toast custard.
Proof of the pudding is not the pudding, but the taste of a challah.
In this episode, we'll make 2 more variations on my grandfather's French toast. In all of our recipes, we'll just make enough for 1 serving. That's 3 slices. But if you're cooking for 2 or for a family, adjust the proportions. There's no such thing as too much bread. Let's start with Saba's classic as a base. Time to prepare our custard bath. Saba uses just eggs, but let's go a little further. We want our challah French toast to be crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, so we'll add half a cup of half and half to our eggs to give it a creamier filling. Now we'll add some flavor to the custard: cinnamon, powdered sugar, and the zest of 1 lemon. If we've done this right, the challah French toast should have a sophisticated zing to it. Whisk your custard together really well until it's homogeneous. It's time to do our challah soak. Soak that challah good for 20 seconds on each side. Splish, splash, pish, pash, and it's done. Get those non-stick frying pans hot, gentlefolk, but not too hot. We're going to stick to low-medium heat here. Like Saba said, we'll use olive oil because alliteration always achieves. You want a cumulative 10 minutes on each side. Not 10 minutes at a time though. Flip your challah French toast every few minutes to get an even fry. It's cooked. Remember what Rabbi Bialik said?
Now what comes next is up to the individual.
I am an individual. So things are about to get crazy. Slice a banana. We want thin slices of banana to go atop our thick slices of golden delicious challah French toast. Add some fresh blueberries. Excellent. Now let's make a homemade whipped cream. In your cleaned stand mixer bowl, toss in a cup of heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and a pinch of salt. Whip on medium-high speed for a few minutes until your whipped cream is whipped and creamy. I messed up with this and went too long. It started clumping up. Don't let it go too long. Learn from my mistakes. Now add a spoonful of our homemade whipped cream. Top it off with maple syrup. This is a homemade blueberry maple syrup. Hit the like button if you want to see a video on that. And that's it. Okay, so it's time for a taste test. Whoa! So, oh my god. So it's like sweet, but also sour because of the lemon zest. Well, that citrus really comes through. This is definitely the best challah French toast I've ever made. There's still one more recipe to try, but before I do that, I'm just gonna have another bite. Time to get started with our final challah French toast recipe. This is chocolate and Nutella banana challah French toast. To get started with this, I'm going to put the custard back into the stand mixer and add some chocolate syrup. Why? Because
Up to the individual.
you know the drill. Soak 20 seconds on each side. Heat pan to low medium. Olive oil because alliteration. Cumulative 10 minutes each side. Cumulative. Now the fun part. Thinly slice another banana. We're going to stack this creation, so use the largest slice on the bottom and the smallest on top. Add a layer of Nutella, then go bananas. Chocolify the whipped cream by mixing in chocolate syrup. Layer the chocolate whipped cream on top of the bananas and repeat the same layer configuration 2 more times. Top with whipped cream and drizzle with chocolate syrup. Time for a taste test. So yeah, I'm renaming this channel How to Get Heart Disease 101. If I die after I eat this, I just want a really good funeral. And I want someone to say, this guy died a horrible death. And really, he did it to himself. Well, time to do a taste test. Oh. Oh my lord. Okay, well, here goes. Yeah, that's a little too good. Just remember, guys, this is not an everyday food. Woo! Oh, it's falling apart. Saba, I hope you're watching this. This is what you made me do when you said that. The rest is up to the individual. So I'm gonna be busy for the next 10 minutes and then I'll get back to you with the outro for the video. So, we've just made challah French toast 3 different ways. But there's still one thing missing. Saba?
But there is another ingredient that is very, very important. And I saw my mother put that ingredient in, which is love. And love is a very, very important ingredient to put into the challah during the baking process.
So that's it. Challah French toast is about good cooking, about tradition, about history, about personal expression and individuality. And it's about love.
And to that I will say amen.
Well, thank you, Saba, for your wisdom and for your time.
Thank you so very much, and stay well, and our love to all.
That just about wraps this one up. What bread do you want to see next? Leave a comment down below and I might consider it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for weekly bread videos. As always, bread is best enjoyed when you share it with the ones you love. Thank you for watching. Bread you later.